So the matric rage party in KwaZulu-Natal has caused a spike in coronavirus cases. This comes as authorities cancelled major events in the province for this festive season. Premier Sihle Zikalala made the announcement this week as the country sees a rise of infections in the second wave. Mawande Kheswa is in Durban and joins us now. So Mawande, parents of these learners are being encouraged, if they know that their child had attended, to get them tested.
That is indeed the case. They are being urged to take their kids to get tested. However, with regard to being tested, they're also saying that they should test their kids once they start showing symptoms, because a number of the kids were asymptomatic, and there's also that waiting period that needs also to be put into consideration. But the Rage Festival, which is an ongoing fixture every year for matriculants, is an event that attracts large numbers, and unfortunately in this instance there are a number of cases that are believed to be linked to partygoers at the Rage Festival.
And at this time of the year, it's that scenery behind you that people flock to Durban to see. What is it that you are witnessing this first week of December?
Well, it would seem as though things are going as usual, as there have been with people flocking to the beach and going about their daily lives. But it's not all rosy when you look at it from the perspective of artists, who are some of the groups of people that will be affected by what Premier Sihle Zikalala announced. Chaos, you're an artist, and there's been a cancellation of major events. As artists, how is this affecting you? How are you taking this decision?
I think, you know, looking at what's happening now, we can't really say that our problems are beginning today or after the announcement, because obviously we have been faced with the challenge since the announcement of the lockdown. And now I think it just makes it worse, because this is a festive period where normally, you know, our industry gets very busy. And at the same time, this is a time for us to be happy with family, buy kids gifts, and spoil our families. But now, if we can't work, basically, how can we do that? So basically it remains unachievable. And I think over and above that, it's the period now where we raise funds also for kids to go to school, you know, in the new year. And it looks like, you know, we're going to have a Black Christmas, and over and above that, we're going to be broke throughout, and also in January we're still going to be broke. So I think that's what is so disturbing at the moment, and the challenge that we are faced with.
Now, there has been an event that was held, the Rage Festivals for matriculants, and every year they go to the Rage Festival, typically in and around the Palito area. There's been cases that are coming out as a result of that event, and authorities are saying this is what they are trying to avoid. In your opinion, if these events were to continue, how can we be sure that we wouldn't find a situation where the virus is spreading as a result of, you know, these groups of people being at the events?
Yeah, I think, you know, at the moment, right now, we are by the beach. As you can see, people are enjoying the sun, enjoying the ocean. So which means we are also, you know, at risk of catching the virus. But people are practicing social distance. People have got their mask on, which basically means that people are cognizant and people are aware of what's going on. So for me, I think what seems to be a bit unfair is where we told that, you know, for an outdoor event you can only have 500 people, and really, you know, outdoor is super ventilated, and a venue that takes 20,000 people only having 500, how is it going to assist you with paying for the technical stuff and all that? So I'm not saying that the virus is not there. I'm not saying that people should not be or take precautions, you know, to avoid that, but I think there should be consideration for us artists and also for the people who are doing events, because it doesn't only affect the artists or the musicians, but there's a chain of people that are working there, from people who are who set up stalls to sell, from people who are security guards, people who print posters. There's a lot of people that are affected just by one event being cancelled or not being allowed to happen. So I guess we cannot say that the virus is not there, but at the same time I think people who are organizing the event need to make sure that they take, all the extra precautions to make sure that, no one gets infected. And I'm saying this because I think last week I had to go to Durban, so I had to fly. In fact, I've been afraid of flying because obviously it's congested. And I was in a flight that is full, it's packed. So as much as, they're saying that it's ventilated, chances of getting the virus is very slim, but I was sitting in between two people. And the lady kept on sneezing, next to me. And my thinking is that really would the fans be able to help me with that or help me avoid getting the virus? So I think the entertainment sector is also essential to us and to our families, and I think government really needs to look at how can they try and meet the event organizers and the artists halfway to make sure that at least everyone is happy, and not condoning that people must go ahead and be reckless. That's not what we're saying.
Thank you very much for your time. We have been speaking to an artist there, just telling us really what they're faced with in terms of those challenges that come by the cancellation of these major events.
Mawande Kheswa out in Durban for us. Thank you very much.